Live extreme, boy. Live extreme, boy. It's a vibe, it's the new kid in the scene, boy. Live extreme, boy, like the silver screen, boy. Rocket Disney Tez, Redmi K50i. Every time I'm back, it's a fact, an absolute one that I hit up with a banger. Taking over every bit of space available, taking over the masses, it don't matter. Getting this party lit in the most precise sense, like we started the fire. Aaya veetla paaya, mari semma, suda na matter, yo paring a vaya. Rocket ki tezi idhar, to janta ki soch badalti hai ab. मस्त से पहले ही मास पहुंच जाते हम तो मस्ती में सब. Live extreme with force unstoppable and this object's immovable. ज्वाला है रेडमी की जलवा उजाला ना measure अब होगा innumerable. हाक मगा step po, nam boys प्रतियंदु गलियलु heppo. Look at me chappo, my competition at a vaipu. ikkada chudu, I'm probably gonna wreck you. I'm willing to kill everybody in the game, display the levels of my villainy and its epitome with the attributes that I possess. Got you feeling like to be this special is a felony. Live extreme, boy. Live extreme, boy. It's a vibe, it's the new kid in the scene, boy. Live extreme, boy, like the silver screen, boy. Rocket Disney Tez, Redmi K50i. Live extreme, boy. Live extreme, boy. It's a vibe, it's the new kid in the scene, boy. Live extreme, boy, like the silver screen, boy. Rocket Disney Tez, Redmi K50i.
Every hour is a rush hour. Every day brings a new challenge. Goals to complete, new heights to reach. And all you need is to live extreme.
Hello, salam, namaste and vanakkam. Hope you all are doing well. We are thrilled to welcome you to yet another exciting launch event of 2022. Thank you for joining us today as we unveil our latest Diwali with Me special launches. We have our beloved Prime series and a big announcement for the entire country. The journey of the Prime series began back in August 2015 with the Redmi 2 Prime. A bestseller in its price segment, the Prime series redefined the smartphone market and delivered phenomenal business results for us. But before we get to the products, we wanted to share a little bit more about the amazing last few months we've had at Xiaomi India with all of you. We have completed 8 years in this country, yes, 8 years young, 8 years of democratizing technology and innovation while being friends with our fans and consumers, understanding the pulse of their needs and delivering products that are highest in quality, having the best of specs, and of course, as always, are honestly priced. Last month was quite an exciting one for us. We brought back our famous K series. We launched the Redmi K50i, Redmi Buds 3 Lite, the Xiaomi Smart Fan, the Xiaomi Air Fryer, the Xiaomi Robo Vacuum Cleaner, Xiaomi Smart Speaker, and a 360-degree security camera. Today, we are happy to report that we have shipped over 200 million smartphones in India and are extremely proud of being an active catalyst in the digital India revolution. And as we sit on the cusp of yet another digital revolution, with 5G becoming a reality sooner rather than later, our relentless pursuit is to bring technology to the masses, transform the price to performance ratios, and offer meaningful innovation that enhances your lifestyle. Till date, we already have an active base of 7.5 million 5G smartphones across the entire country. Delivering on the commitment of making future-proof devices, we will continue to bring meaningful innovation powered by 5G to the hands of our consumers across price points. At Xiaomi, we have always worked towards innovation. But not just that, we believe in making innovation and technology accessible to every Indian. From high-end flagships to mid-range performers to the most affordable entry-level smartphones, we have catered to every Indian's unique need and democratized technology. Today, we are bringing 3 unique offerings to you. 1, that offers the latest technology in the smartphone industry. 2, the most sought after spec in the mid-range smartphone segment, performance. And 3, the global debut of India's new smartphone series. But for that, you'll have to stay tuned till the very end. We at Xiaomi had revolutionized the market by bringing in 4G smartphones for everybody. And today, we aim to do the same with 5G as well. We are proud to announce the next Redmi Prime to continue the legacy of the Prime series, the 5G all-rounder Redmi 11 Prime 5G, and our primetime all-rounder, the Redmi 11 Prime. Let's talk about a few life-changing benefits of 5G. 5G is expected to transform how people leverage the power of networks. Primarily, there are 3 major benefits that 5G offers to users. 1, significantly faster connectivity speeds. 2, ultra-low latency. And 3, much greater bandwidth. And with these, users can now work on the go, download large files on the move. Small businesses would receive massive benefits with such network connectivity, and of course, gamers can play without Wi-Fi networks. The movement from 3G to 4G was a big revolution way back in 2014-15, and 4G networks eventually rolled out across the entire country by 2016. Xiaomi was at the forefront, helping users make this transition from 3G to 4G. Prior to that, users could only avail 4G networks with high-end smartphones. Xiaomi helped users benefit from the latest technology, and now we intend to enable Indian masses to seamlessly switch from 4G to 5G with our 5G portfolio. The auction of 5G spectrum in India has successfully concluded. Jio and Airtel have announced their plans to roll out their 5G networks, and people can avail the latest in network technology soon. The rollout of 5G networks in Tier 1 cities is expected to happen this very year in 2022, and the rest of the country is expected to be covered during the course of the coming year. With all of 5G networks soon becoming a reality, the need of the hour is to have an affordable yet well-performing 5G all-rounder smartphone. Having said all that, allow me to call Anuj to introduce our all-new Redmi 11 Prime series.
Thank you, Murli. Hi guys, I'm Anuj, and today we've got something very exciting, something very new for all of you. But let's jump right into the first of the three devices, presenting the Redmi 11 Prime 5G. Now these days, the most talked about topic of conversation is 5G technology. And as we all know, 5G is around the corner, finally, and we should start seeing this roll out really soon. But while there is a lot that's being spoken about 5G, there still seems to be a lot of confusion as well. So before I deep dive into the phone, I want to touch upon what 5G offers to us as consumers. What are the benefits? Will you get 5G? Will you have coverage in your city, in your state? And let's probably also take a look at what your favorite telco has to offer. Now, as you can see, in the recent auction, these are all the bands that are supported in India and have been bought by the telecom operators, Jio, Airtel, or Vi. Now, these bands are a combination of low bands and high bands. There's, of course, another thing of millimeter wave, but that's largely going to be for commercial purposes, so we might not see this in our handsets. So let's talk about the low bands and the high bands. The lower bands may not give you the fastest speeds, but they have been bought specifically to cover greater areas. Basically, lower the frequency, more the signal can travel. So if you are in a low network area, suppose you're driving into the basement, you are in your elevator, or maybe during your train journey, this low band will keep you connected to 5G. But we all are wanting 5G for faster network. So to complement this low band, you also have the high bands coming in. Now these high bands, which are being offered by the telcos, will focus on delivering higher internet speeds, higher than what you have seen with 4G or 4G Plus, to your 5G enabled smartphone. And of course, what this means is you get better, faster data streaming. You can download a lot more at much faster speeds. But what does this all really mean? See, the auctions for all 22 5G circles just concluded. And now we finally know which bands are going to be supported in India. To give a really quick recap, Airtel has acquired spectrum in all 22 circles in the country. So they will be able to provide nationwide 5G network across these circles. Now, Redmi 11 Prime 5G is ready to deliver to you that 5G experience. But what happens if you're not on Airtel? What if you have a Jio connection? Well, you again don't need to worry about that, because Jio also has acquired the spectrum for all 22 circles, which again means that the Redmi 11 Prime 5G certainly supports all these bands, and wherever you are in the country, you will see 5G access when it rolls out in your circle. Vi has acquired spectrum across 17 circles. And in this, again, the Redmi 11 Prime 5G will support all these bands in all 17 circles. What I'm trying to tell you is, no matter what your choice of service provider might be, no matter where you stay in India, Redmi 11 Prime 5G will have you covered for 5G services across the country. Now, the Redmi 11 Prime 5G comes with Dimensity 700. Now, Dimensity 700 is based on a 7nm architecture. This is largely focused on giving you a perfect balance of performance and enhanced power efficiency. See, it comes with 2 performance cores, and these are not slouches, by the way. These are A76 based cores, but it also comes with 6 efficiency cores, and these are all based on A55 running up to 2 GHz. Now, this gives you a perfect balance whether you want that performance or you want that battery to last really long, even on 5G networks. And to add to this, we're also giving up to 6 GB of LPDDR4X RAM. Not just that, you also get up to 128 GB of UFS 2.2. All of this comes together to create a perfect multitasking device for your daily activities and usage. Now, if you are a power user, you can also extend your memory up to 8 GB with a virtual RAM booster. The Redmi 11 Prime 5G also comes with an integrated 5G modem, which basically means that you get even better power efficiency than before. But not just that, here's one really cool thing about it. You have dual 5G standby, which basically means you can use two 5G SIMs at the same time. This is really remarkable because when 4G rolled out back in 2014, it took almost 4 years for us to get 4G phones with dual standby, and we started seeing them in 2018. And today, we're already ready for 5G in India with the 11 Prime 5G. Redmi 11 Prime 5G also follows our evolved design language. Now, as you can see with the device in my hand, you get a seamlessly color-blended camera island that matches perfectly with a circular groove texture design. Now, this design not only looks good, but is also very, very functional. See, it basically makes for a better hand grip. Every time you pick up the 11 Prime 5G, you will feel this texture. Now, as an added benefit, this textured pattern also avoids any fingerprint smudges. As you can see, I've been touching it, no smudges. Now, the 11 Prime 5G comes in 3 beautiful colors. You have the meadow green, the chrome silver, and the thunder black. My personal favorite here, I guess you could probably guess, is the meadow green. It simply looks smart, stylish, and really, really soothing to the eye. Now, we spoke a lot about 5G. I guess one of the things that you would be really looking forward to is enjoying entertainment on the go. This is where display comes to the fore. You get an immersive and large 6.58-inch full high definition display. Now, this display runs at 90 Hz, so it's also super smooth. And thanks to MIUI optimization, the 90 Hz adaptive sync display can actually smartly adapt in 4 stages automatically. When you're scrolling or gaming, the smartphone functions at 90 Hz, which is something that you would all love. When you're streaming videos, it automatically shifts to either 30 or 60, depending on the content. And if you're viewing content, say that's static, maybe a picture, maybe a web page, it automatically drops down to a 50 Hz refresh rate. Now, this automatic shift helps with more power efficiency as the display smartly shifts while or whenever there's a change in the usage behavior. And this overall, over the day, saves you more energy, which basically means your battery lasts much longer. Now, for all of you guys who love your entertainment on the go, the smartphone also comes with Widevine L1 support. And if you're asking about the quality of the display, there are 2 aspects of it. How good does the content look on this? I spoke about the fact that this is a full high definition, high res display, but it's also a 20:9 display, which basically means that your content fills up the screen beautifully. But talking about the other side of quality, protection. This display is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass. So if you have accidental drops, or maybe you put it in your pocket with other keys, it protects it against scratches as well. Moving on to the cameras. The Redmi 11 Prime 5G comes with a 50 megapixel dual AI camera setup, with of course the main camera being a 50 MP AI shooter. And along with that, you also get a depth sensor to capture those really amazing portraits. There are a number of inbuilt software modes as well for all of you guys who are enthusiasts on this side. The smartphone supports night mode, it has time-lapse, short videos, and a lot more. And for those who love on-the-go editing, we also have a few dedicated filters in our gallery. You must try that out. But me talking about the camera without showing you what it can do is kind of pointless. So let's take a look at this amazing photograph. Now, this is in a sunny day on a tennis court. And what you can clearly see with the 50 MP AI camera, not only has it been able to handle the sunlight and the shadows really well, but each and every of these tennis balls are super clear and super sharp, even the one that's far on the court on the other side. But while you're focusing on these lines, do not forget to look at how clear the subject is, and you can clearly see all the facial expressions, the detailing on his clothes. Everything is perfectly captured on the Redmi 11 Prime 5G's camera. Let me show you another super complex shot. As you can see, this one's really hard to capture for devices in this price segment. It's indoor, it's a tight space, the framing is super tight here. You've got artificial light, both harsh as well as really dark corners. Even with all of this, this is captured perfectly. You can see all the colors, even the colors that are bouncing off the walls, they've been captured really well. And of course, we've not forgotten about the subject. She continues to be super sharp and in focus. Even the front 8 megapixel AI selfie shooter has quite a few interesting modes that you would love. There's HDR, there's Beautify, filters, palm shutter, movie frames, time burst mode, and a lot more. Now, we spoke about the fact that this 5G phone is going to work across the country. It is going to work in whichever circles you might be in. It also would work across any telecom service provider that you might be choosing. But 5G could take up additional power. And we've got you covered in that case. Let's talk about the prime power that you get on the Redmi 11 Prime 5G. Now, this device comes with a massive 5000 mAh battery. So you don't really need to worry about losing out any moment or having to go without your smartphone. And we've also included a 22.5 watt fast charger in the box for you. See, users can game up to 12.5 hours. Or if you're into video recording, you can record straight for 10 hours. If you're enjoying YouTube videos, you can go up to 22 hours. That is just mind-blowing. Now, our 5G all-rounder also comes with Prime experience. This phone comes with MIUI 13 right out of the box for the latest and smoothest experience. But we're not stopping there. We have also ensured that you get great audio output. See, the 3.5mm headphone jack is actually high-res certified. So you're going to love listening to music on this device. And with 5G, you can actually stream it really well in high bitrate. We've also not forgotten our fan favorite, the IR blaster. So you can pretty much control most of the devices in your house that have IR receivers. And along with that, you also get Bluetooth 5.1, which is preferred by users across the board for, again, the power efficiency and the range it gives. So let me quickly show you what comes in the box. Now here we have the gorgeous meadow green, the one that you saw in my hands earlier. As you can clearly see, it looks like a stunner, doesn't it? Now we also have a clear protective case in the box so that you don't have to worry about your device when you first get it. It also comes with a SIM ejector tool, of course, and the instruction manual to get you started. We have included a Type-C cable, and surprise or the lack of it, there is a 22.5 watt charger in the box. As always, we at Redmi ensure our Redmi ka bharosa. And the same extends to this Redmi 11 Prime 5G. Now this comes with Corning Gorilla Glass protection. It also comes with rubberized seals and corrosion-proof ports. Corrosion-proof ports is something that we learnt by spending years and years in the field in India. When you go to the coastal areas where the humidity goes up, chances that any exposed ports can start rusting over time or corroding over time. And we decided to have all of these ports with a specialized coating so that your phones can last long, a lot longer than anything else that's out there. And of course, the Redmi 11 Prime 5G is made in India. Now that was our beautiful, stylish and power-efficient 5G all-rounder, the Redmi 11 Prime 5G. But as Murli mentioned at the beginning, we have more in store for you. Say if you are someone who wants more performance, maybe you don't really care about 5G because you've got great Wi-Fi, or you're happy with 4G, but you want to win at everything that you do. You want to be faster than your peers. You also want a performance device. Now for those who love performance in their devices, we have another device, the Redmi 11 Prime. Now presenting the Redmi 11 Prime Performance Edition, the Prime Time All-Rounder. Now with the Redmi 11 Prime Performance Edition, we're introducing an all-new design under our Evolve design philosophy. Now if you look closely, the diamond cut texture on the back not only looks great, but offers an even more superior grip. And along with that, you have a unique camera island setup that makes it truly stand out. Now there are three refreshing colors that you get with the 11 Prime: peppy purple, you have the playful green, and of course the all-time favorite, flashy black. But when it comes to the Redmi 11 Prime, I think the focus is the brand new MediaTek Helio G99 chipset. Now this is based on a flagship 6nm architecture process. Now that provides superior performance and enhanced power efficiency. We have clubbed it with up to 6GB of DDR4X RAM and 128GB of UFS 2.2 storage, enabling users with fast and smooth experience. Now to give you an idea of how fast is fast, let's show you a benchmark score. Now this chipset scores more than 370,000 on Antutu. This is much ahead of any other chipset that we've seen in this price point till date. And for the gamers, we have also included our game turbo that everyone has loved. Now this enhances your gameplay with shortcuts and other beneficial features like floating windows, so you don't really need to stop and pause between a game when you get a notification or you want to quickly reply to something. Basically making your overall gaming experience even better to add to the performance that you see on this device. Now for the photography and videography enthusiasts, Redmi 11 Prime also comes with a 50 megapixel triple rear camera setup. You also get accompanying depth and macro sensors. Not only can you capture great images or videos here, but with our enhanced camera software and gallery filters, you can create a lot of lively content on the go. Let's take a look at a couple of images that this phone is capable of capturing. Now, in this particular image, this one's really hard because it just would not stop raining in Bangalore. Now, this is an image that's been taken in Bangalore's famous Lal Bagh, and there's a beautiful glass house. Now, in this photo, as you can see, you can clearly make out each of the arches going all the way to the back of the glass house. But not just that, if you look at the pillars, the detailing on those pillars still continues to be perfectly in focus, giving you that sharp visuals that you expect from the Redmi series. Let's also take a look at this another sample. Now this one is extremely tricky to capture because not only has this been captured inside the Bangalore Palace, but you've got multiple light sources. So you've got artificial light, you also have light coming in from the window. What you can see here is the statue that's holding the light inside has been lit perfectly. The shadows have been cast perfectly without any banding. Yet, you can still make out the leaves outside the window. Now, matching these two very different light sources normally is very hard for any phone, but clearly not for the Redmi 11 Prime. To complement these great cameras, even on the front, you have an 8 megapixel selfie shooter. And this gives you social media selfies or on-the-go videos wherever you need, making you look picture perfect. Now, let me tell you about another interesting MIUI feature on the Redmi 11 Prime. We are introducing something called voice shutter. When you are next time framing your photograph and then running to take your position in that picture after maybe a countdown timer, you don't really have to do that. In this case, lock your frame, take your pose, and just say cheese. It's as simple and really innovative, isn't it? Now moving on, to complement this amazing performance, the Redmi 11 Prime also comes with an immersive and large 6.5-inch full high definition plus 90Hz adaptive sync display. And yes, this display also supports a 20:9 cinematic view, making all the content look absolutely amazing whenever you take a look at it. Now thanks to MIUI optimization, this 90Hz adaptive sync display can smartly adapt between 4 stages of refresh rates. Now this automatic shift helps with more power efficiency while the display is smartly shifting between different content. Now to match this amazing display, you also need great looking content. So happy to share that the smartphone also comes with Widevine L1 support. So now all of you can consume your OTT content in full high definition on the go. Another cool utility on the Redmi 11 Prime is the video toolbox. Now video toolbox is incorporated with the sidebar. So obviously all of you guys know with MIUI, you can have easy access to your frequented apps on the sidebar, which opens it up in a smaller window. But now you're also getting a video toolbox. So amongst other controls, one really cool thing is, for example, you are listening to a video, not watching it, but you're just listening into that sound. With the video toolbox, you can switch off the screen and the audio continues to play in the background. It's a really nifty and a useful feature. Now moving on to the quality. This display is protected with Corning's Gorilla Glass. So it helps you against any accidental drops or any accidental scratches as well. Now, in order to handle whatever you throw at the Redmi 11 Prime, it needs a good battery. And happy to share that the Redmi 11 Prime comes with a massive 5000 mAh battery. So you don't really need to worry about losing on any moment or running out of charge before the end of the day. It easily goes beyond that. And to top it off, we have a 22.5 watt fast charger in the box, which can get you up and running very quickly. This Redmi 11 Prime Performance Edition performs beautifully, where gamers can enjoy gaming up to 13.5 hours. Or if you're doing video recording, for instance, it goes up to 9.5 hours. And if you're watching YouTube videos, you can go for 22 hours straight. Now that's enough power for some serious content binging. As you would have guessed from all those cool software features, the Redmi 11 Prime comes with MIUI 13 out of the box. And it's giving you the latest and smoothest experience, along with a lot of really useful features that we've added recently. We have also included the 3.5mm audio jack, IR blaster, and the latest Bluetooth 5.3. That is something definitely our fans are going to love. As always, we at Redmi ensure Redmi ka bharosa, and the same extends to the Redmi 11 Prime, which comes with Corning's Gorilla Glass protection. It also comes with rubberized seals and corrosion-proof ports to prevent any water ingression and avoid any corrosion on the ports. And just like the 11 Prime 5G, this smartphone is also made in India. So that was a beautiful, stylish and power-efficient prime-time all-rounder, the Redmi 11 Prime. But we are not done yet. As Murli mentioned, we're launching not one, not two, but 3 awesome devices today. So time for the third one. Let me call upon Murli once again.
Wow, wasn't that amazing? Those 2 smartphones really stand out. My favorites would be the Meadow Green and the Peppy Purple. But let me keep these aside and come to another extremely special event surprise that we had for all of you. So this Diwali 22, we have a global debut of something that's made in India and made for India. At Xiaomi India, we have been part of the Indian smartphone ecosystem for over 8 years. And as I mentioned earlier, in these 8 years, we have touched over 200 million lives, which is over 20 crore Indians using our smartphones. And many of you know that Xiaomi India was one of the first companies to adopt the Honorable Prime Minister's initiative of Make in India starting way back in August 2015. Today, we proudly say that over 99% of our smartphones and 100% of our smart TVs are proudly made in India. We've also been working towards expanding the vision of making technology more accessible to people across the country and leveraging the spirit of the Indian entrepreneur. Today, along with an extensive retail partner network, many manufacturing partners, we have generated direct or indirect employment opportunity for over 60,000 Indians. Xiaomi is now a deep part of the Indian fabric more than ever before. We have also heavily invested in skill building and capability upgradation and offer multiple courses to upgrade the skill of our workforce. In the spirit of fostering the entrepreneurial and Atmanirbhar spirit, Xiaomi India is proud of a strong India-led distribution network of 350 plus Indian partners and has been at the forefront of driving entrepreneurship with India's largest chain of exclusive branded outlets, Mi Stores. We have also launched multiple initiatives like India's first online to offline solution called Mi Commerce and also innovations such as Mi Store on Wheels. Xiaomi India launched the Grow With Me program aimed to help enterprising business owners to set up Xiaomi franchisee Mi Stores and ensure that we are able to deliver our vision of innovation for everyone across the country. These endeavors have led us to understand the pulse of India, its dreams, and its changing needs. Today, while we talk about growing digitization and infrastructure initiatives like Digital India, a smartphone has become a key necessity to carry out our day-to-day activities. So whether it is a social media savvy college goer or a student attending online classes, or a businessman accepting UPI payments, or a person indulging in sports or entertainment on the go? Today, millions of Indians are realizing the power of a smartphone and are actively upgrading from a feature phone to a smartphone. However, the last 2 years have also reshaped our industry. With the COVID-19 pandemic, global supply chain disruptions, inflation, and various other factors have led to an increase in smartphone prices. This has put a barrier between the masses and them being able to experience their first smartphone. Even in 2022, a lot of people are losing out on the necessity of owning a good quality smartphone due to affordability issues. This is leaving millions of Indians without a decent upgrade path to digital India. But today, with the launch of the all-new Redmi A1, we are dedicating ourselves to this cause once again and ensuring that everyone wanting to be part of the digital ecosystem will be able to do so. We believe this will accelerate our transformation into a digital India for everybody. Now, before I reveal any further, let me pass the spotlight to the next speaker, Sumit Sonal, who's all geared up to make this big announcement.
Thanks, Murli. Hey guys, I am Sumit and I'm here to introduce a brand new smartphone series under our Redmi portfolio, which will help millions of Indians to experience their first smartphone and embark on a transformational digital-first journey. Announcing the global debut of a product which is made in India and made for India. Introducing the Redmi A1, which promises to make your life absolutely A1. This revolutionary smartphone helps you embark not only on the smartphone journey, but it also does not put a hole in your pocket. Now, before I talk more about the product, let's quickly understand what makes for this great first smartphone experience which everyone is talking about and everyone is looking for. Our first-time smartphone buyers are looking for non-stop entertainment for all their movies, cricket matches, short-form videos, and much more. And for that, you need an A1 display. Now, we also want the ability to access and switch between multiple apps for social media, for internet browsing, for making digital payments, and to do much more. And for that, you need an A1 processor. Third thing is that we want to capture more memories, our favorite memories, and we always want to be connected with our loved ones using video calls. And here comes the A1 cameras, which play a very crucial role. And lastly, as consumers, we want a large battery from our first smartphone, which keeps us going all day long. And by the end of my presentation today, you will be completely convinced that Redmi A1 completely outshines every competition device in this segment with not just its A1 display, camera, processor, and charging, but we have also made significant improvement on its design, operating system, and overall quality of this device. Let me start with giving you the first look of the Redmi A1. Now, I can tell you today that the A1 has been designed completely from scratch, keeping our Indian customers, their requirements, and their expectations from their first smartphone at the center. And the first thing which I wanted to highlight is how good this phone actually looks. Now, most of the competition brands in this segment pay the least amount of attention to the overall design and looks. And you will find mostly outdated designs, boring textures, and loud colors. But we feel that the overall design, how the device looks on you and how the device feels when you pick it up every single time, has to be aspirational, premium, and classy in nature. Hence, we at Redmi paid special attention to how the Redmi A1 looks like. Introducing the premium leather texture design on the brand new A1, which not only looks good and feels great every time you hold it, but also keeps your phone absolutely smudge-free and fingerprint resistant. Now, there are three classic colors which we will be introducing with the Redmi A1. The first one would be classic black. The second one is light green, and the third one, which is my favorite, which is the light blue. While the device absolutely looks stunning from the back, let's look at the display where we are going to spend the maximum amount of time. The Redmi A1 features a large 6.52-inch HD Plus display for an immersive viewing experience. Now, this is a bright display which works beautifully when you are indoors or even outdoors under direct sunlight. This high-resolution display allows for brighter colors and sharper details for an A1 entertainment experience for everybody. No entertainment actually is complete without the A1 music experience, and exactly for that we have a loudspeaker on the top to deliver a good sound experience so that you can enjoy your favorite music all day long. Now, India also has a very emotional connect towards FM radio, and to experience this, we have installed the FM radio app on your Redmi A1. Now let's talk about the battery. To keep your entertainment going all day long without any interruption, and also for those who are always on the go and do not want their phones to die down in the middle of the day, we have packed a massive 5000 mAh battery which comes with 10 watt fast charging support. By the way, this also comes with an OTG support. Now let's talk about the processor which fuels the life of this smartphone. Now, a good battery life on a smartphone is also dependent on the processor on this device. And keeping this in mind, we have added a 12 nanometer architecture processor, making it more power efficient, and with the support of an LPDDR4X RAM, it makes it the perfect combination for better multitasking and a lag-free experience. Also, to make it more performance-oriented, we have done over 20 plus software optimizations so that you can enjoy a very smooth, lag-free experience on the Redmi A1. Now let's talk about the operating system. The Redmi A1 comes with a clean Android 12 experience to provide a lighter, a faster, and more privacy-controlled experience on your smartphone. The complete package of a power-efficient processor and clean Android 12 experience makes this device automatically save battery and storage by hibernating apps that have not been used for extended periods of time. Now, with such a clean experience, Redmi A1 also becomes an ideal gifting solution for the upcoming Diwali season. Now, we at Redmi have been researching the sub 10,000 rupee price category for a while now, and what we have realized is that most of our customers have 2 SIM cards with them mostly all the time because they want to be sure of the network connectivity whenever they are traveling or whenever they are on the road. With the Redmi A1, you get support for dual SIM, that too on 4G. Now, we have also realized that these customers also love to download and keep the content saved on their phones because the network connectivity can be patchy and it can destroy the content watching experience. To solve for that particular storage problem which has been arising on most of the entry-level phones, we have extended a dedicated SD card slot which can go up to 512 GB, allowing you to store content directly on the SD card and keeping your internal storage absolutely free for a lag-free experience. We have also extended dual 4G SIM support with VoLTE calling for a seamless network and voice call connectivity. Now, India's rich diversity of language is already known to everyone, and to support this diverse audience, we have extended the support for 20 plus languages, including Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Bengali, and much more, so that you can have your phone in the language that you prefer. Now let's talk about the cameras. Capturing moments in your life is important to each one of us. Now this Diwali, you can capture that beautiful Rangoli. This Diwali, you can capture that new dress, ghar ka decoration, and much more with the stunning AI dual camera setup. The Redmi A1 houses an 8 megapixel dual AI camera and a 5 megapixel camera on the front for those who are away working from home and working hard and want to have a glimpse of their loved ones via video calls. The front camera can also shoot great videos at full HD quality for those online video challenges on social media. Here are a few samples for the quality of image which you can expect from the Redmi A1. Now, to enhance the photography experience, the smartphone also comes with various software camera modes like portrait mode, time-lapse and short video mode. Nowadays, the phone's camera is just not restricted to taking picture and shooting videos, but a lot more use cases. For example, paying through UPI or digital payments, or using the camera to translate from a foreign language into your own language, or even scanning documents. Now, apart from all these great features and great looks, we at Redmi are also extremely particular about the durability and quality of our smartphones. Redmi A1 comes with a scratch-resistant display. Additionally, the smartphone is also splash-resistant, comes with high-quality, corrosion-proof coats and rubberized seals to avoid any moisture ingress. Now, with the long-lasting quality, we want every user of Redmi A1 to enjoy their first smartphone experience without having to change their phone every year. And therefore, we have tested this device under various parameters. To extend the promise of durability even forward, the Redmi A1 comes with Redmi Ka Bharosa, with over 1,000+ service centers in over 690 cities across India, promising an easy and accessible after-purchase service and experience. So that was the brand new Redmi A1, a brand new series from us at Redmi. Now let's go through a quick recap of all the 3 smartphones that we have launched today. And to do that, let me have Murli back on your screen.
Wow, maza aa gaya. That was a super product, Sumit. This will certainly help enable true innovation for everyone. The Redmi 11 Prime 5G, the 5G all-rounder that comes with the MediaTek Dimensity 700 5G chipset with all 7 bands supported in India. An immersive 16.71 centimeter, which is a 6.58-inch 90 Hz adaptive sync FHD Plus display, a beautiful 50 megapixel AI dual camera setup for you to enjoy capturing those precious moments, and a massive 5000 mAh battery. All this and more packed with prime features. The Redmi 11 Prime 5G. Now that you learned all about the products, let's get on to the pricing. The 4GB 64GB variant would be available for rupees 13,999 only, and the 6GB 128GB variant would be available for rupees 15,999 only. But if you purchase the smartphone with an ICICI Bank card, you can avail an additional discount of 1,000 rupees, which means the 4GB 64GB variant with the effective price of rupees 12,999 only, and the 6GB 128GB variant with an effective price of rupees 14,999 only. Isn't that lovely? The Redmi 11 Prime 5G will be on open sale starting 9th September 12 noon. You can head straight to me.com, amazon.in, Me Home and other retail outlets to get yourself the gorgeous Redmi 11 Prime 5G. Moving on to the Redmi 11 Prime, the Prime Time All-Rounder, which packs a power-efficient processor, the MediaTek Helio G99, that runs on a 6nm architecture and also comes with the RAM booster feature. For the photography enthusiasts, we have a 50 megapixel AI triple camera setup as well. An immersive 16.71 centimeter, which is a 6.58-inch 90 Hz adaptive sync FHD Plus display. And to power up all the other functions, we also have a massive 5000 mAh battery. A true all-rounder packed with prime features. That is the Redmi 11 Prime. The Redmi 11 Prime's 4GB 64GB variant would be available for only rupees 12,999, and the 6GB 128GB variant would be available for only rupees 14,999. Stay tuned to our social handles to know more information on the availability of the Prime Time All-Rounder, the Redmi 11 Prime. Now coming to the new debutant of the day. Yes, the Redmi A1. जिसे आप लाइव बनाओ A1. It comes with a huge 16.55 centimeter, which is a 6.52 inch HD plus display, a massive 5000 mAh battery. It also packs a power efficient processor and comes with an 8 megapixel dual AI camera setup. This beautiful entry-level smartphone comes in the 2GB, 32GB variant, which will be available at a steal deal of only rupees 6,499. Now, if that isn't amazing, I don't know what is. You can purchase your smartphone on the 9th of September at 4 p.m. on me.com, Amazon, Me Home, and all of our retail partners. So that was all about the Redmi Prime series and the new lineup, the Redmi A1. Hope you all are as excited as we are. Signing off for now and see you for the next one. Stay safe, take care, namaste.